All right. Let's let Facebook go out there and do its thing, and we'll give a little value this morning. I won't be on live for too long. Got to get ready to head on out. Sorry about this. Got something in my eye, but we'll just give you a little value this morning. Two things that will help you recognize a weak network marketer. Hey, what's going on, Mike? How we doing this morning? Thanks for hopping on live, brother. All right, so two things, and I'll tell you this. I don't know if you've ever dealt with a network marketer or have been involved with anybody inside of network marketing, but most people, I believe, have heard of the profession at some point. Okay, and if you've heard of the profession, then you've ran across different people who've maybe approached you, and you may, if you're lucky enough, you've been approached more than once by maybe some different people. And so there are two things that you can always recognize in somebody who's a weak network marketer. Okay, and the first one is impatience. Okay, if you've ever seen someone who's a network marketer who's just severely impatient about what they're doing, it's like, oh, you said you would, you said you would watch the video. You said you'd be at this event. You said, and they're just super impatient about what they're doing. Okay. Number one, what that means is they really don't have enough people to talk to. Okay, that's really what it boils down to, is that they're really, the mindset is it's almost like a scarcity mindset. They're really relying on that one or two sales really to do something, and they kind of lack a big picture, like a long-term picture here. And the second thing is that they probably came in with kind of a lottery mentality. So that's the first one is impatience. If you recognize that in someone that you're dealing with inside of a network marketing, if a friend of yours is really impatient, about things, and I'm not saying, hey, shout out to the network marketers here. I'm not saying that you don't ask or maybe give a little push, but then there's being a little too pushy, right? And saying, hey, you need to take a look at this, blah, 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 and that's just an impatient kind of a thing. So that's the first strategy. The second one is someone who really can't master their emotions. And those kind of go hand in hand a little bit, but they're slightly different. And what do I mean by that? Someone who can't master their emotions. They get too high and too low. If someone said they were going to, take a look at something, they're like, oh, yes, they're going to take a look at it. And then you call them back and they say they didn't take a look at it. It's like, oh, and those are things that you can really recognize from a very, very weak network marketer. You can't get too high or too low in any business. In any business, you can never get too high and too low, because you have to put in your time every single day. Whatever that is, whatever your numbers or whatever it is that you need to do every day, you have to do that every day, no matter how high, how low. If someone else does really well or someone doesn't do what they say they're going to do, you just can't get too high and too low about things. And so, those are just two things that you can recognize if you're dealing, with someone, if you're looking at someone as being a personal sponsor or something like that. Look for those strategies. If you're on the fence and looking at network marketing, look for those two strategies, okay? Look for those two things that will recognize if you're dealing with a weak network marketer or someone who's got some strength or some savvy to them. So listen, I just wanted to drop that on you all. If you are looking for more people to reach out to, head over to meetrandyjohnson.com, enter your name and email, get them away totally free, how to prospect good people in 15 seconds or less. So hopefully you all have an awesome day, and I will see you all same great time, same great place. Bye.